Well, guys, I'm going to tell you, I am absolutely disgusted with the person we're going to be talking about today. We're going to have to go back and talk about the Nashville school shooting again. As you guys know, the media really is not talking about this anymore because the person that actually did the shooting doesn't really fit the narrative. It's not sticking. And when they actually did talk about it, they actually tried to blame Christians. They tried to do that. I mean, it's absolutely despicable what the mainstream media has done with this tragedy. 6 Christians lost their lives, including one black man. Now, the shooter was white. One of the victims, black. No Black Lives Matter out there. The mainstream media is not screaming racism. They're not doing that. They're actually really, in a way, blaming the victims for being Christians. I mean, it's just unbelievable, guys. Unbelievable. But before we dive more into this topic here in this video, consider becoming a channel member, guys. We need your support. Every Friday, we actually have a member live stream, uncensored. YouTube gods can't control what we actually say on that. Just starts at $5 a month. Click the join button or become a member at blackandwhitenetwork.com. Thank you guys for the support. Or if you don't want to do that, you can hit the super thanks button and just drop a donation. I try to highlight all of the super thanks that actually come in because that does mean a lot to us, because some of these videos don't have any monetization. We get nothing from it. Actually, a video I actually did, I think like 3 days ago, still no revenue on that. And YouTube is taking forever to actually review it. But let's go back and get into this, guys. It's despicable, man. It's despicable how the left has just completely flipped the narrative on the tragedy in Nashville. I said it before, guys, that Christians are under attack. Well, let me reframe that here. I guess I can say Bible-believing Christians are under attack, because this person right here obviously is not a Bible-believing Christian right here. This is a transgender pastor. Compares the shooter, the one that actually took 6 lives, compares this person to Jesus. I am stunned by this, guys. I am stunned by this. This is a transgender pastor basically coming to the defense of this despicable human being that killed 6 people. Seems to be going up to bat. Now, trans pastor. I guess you know what? Over here in America, we're pretty laxed on who can actually become a pastor in churches, Christian churches. I guess there really is no standards. I'm a Christian myself. I don't really identify with any denomination. I was actually baptized Baptist. But my grandfather was a Catholic, actually a Bible-believing Catholic, not like Joe Biden, and I would actually go to Mass with him. But today, folks, I believe that Christianity is definitely being watered down by people like this. I don't know how, if you're a Christian, you actually allow a left-wing trans pastor. What is that? What is that? This person is actually dressed up, kind of looks like a priest here. And I believe that this is a biological woman that identifies as a man. This person's name is going by the name Micah Luwagi. I guess that's the way you pronounce the name. Yeah, seems to be not blaming the shooter for what happened. Actually, we got a clip here talking about we have a gun problem here in this country. No, it's not the guns. It is the people. Guns do not, newsflash, leftists, guns actually just don't go off by themselves. It takes a human. Actually, there's more people. When people actually get killed, guys, believe it or not, majority of people when they're actually killed are not killed with a gun. Actually, I believe it's like with somebody using their hands. Actually, people have access to knives in their homes. You know, like those actually kill way more people than guns do. Now, of course, the media is always going to cover stories, I guess you could say, when there's a weapon involved. Namely, you know, like an AR or something like that. And of course, you know, the left is out there. We need to ban all assault weapons. But when you ask them what an assault weapon is, they have no idea. It's a made up term, folks. It's a made up term. Now, I am a Second Amendment absolutist. I do believe in background checks. We have that. When I bought my gun, I did the background check, came back instantly, and I got it. Constitutional carry. I believe in that. And I live in a constitutional carry state here in the great state of Texas. But let's go back to this trans pastor here. We're going to use a Breitbart here and also Fox News because they actually do have the clip here. This is not Christian here, folks. It says here, Micah Lewagi, the transgender pastor of St. Mark's Lutheran Church in Fargo, North Dakota, has compared the treatment of trans shooter, who will remain nameless here, to the treatment of Jesus in his passion. Now, I've read my Bible, folks, and Jesus never went out there and tried to kill anybody. He did not do that. He actually died for our sins. He died because he loved humanity. Did this person love humanity? No. This person was full of rage, anger, and hate. And I'm willing to bet that God most likely did not welcome this person with open arms into the gates of heaven. I'm just being real. I'm being real. But this so-called pastor here wants to actually compare the treatment of this person to Jesus. No. No. But this is what this so-called pastor said. The Jewish leaders were looking for any excuse, valid or not, to crucify Jesus. Reverend Lewagi said in her April 2nd sermon, and quote, they needed to kill him in order to preserve their good image. Now, she's actually referring to the Pharisees. That was the Jewish leaders in the first century in Roman-occupied Judea. It goes on here, and we got the clip here. Actually, why don't we just go to Fox News here? Let's go to Fox News and just watch this clip here, guys, because this is just repulsive here. Let's play this.
Jesus' journey to the cross, the author makes a point of saying that the chief priests and the whole council were looking for false testimony against Jesus so that they might put him to death. Those leaders were looking for any excuse, valid or not, to crucify Jesus. And they found that reason. And that reason was solidified when the crowd shouted to release Barabbas. They had their final excuse. They would kill the one whose reputation as a teacher and healer and whose mission of love and dignity was so very threatening to their own reputation. that they needed to kill him in order to preserve their good image.
This is already really, really pissing me off, guys. It really is. Just letting you know that.
It's baffling to me that someone's existence can be so threatening that people decide they need to be controlled, that they need to have laws made against them, or even worse, that the people that they find to be so threatening should die. There are a significant number of people who have deemed that the fact that the Nashville shooter happened to be a trans person, so it's been reported, is just the excuse they need to call for the eradication of trans folks.
Who has been calling for the eradication of trans people? I have not heard that one single time. This is a lie of the left. Nobody out there has been calling for the elimination of trans people. That is a lie.
Rather than focusing on the fact that we have a serious gun violence problem that continues to go unaddressed, rather than focusing on the fact that six more people are dead, rather than focusing on the fact that those staff and children should have been safe in that school, or focusing on the fact that children do not feel safe in their own schools, rather than focusing on any of this, they have decided they need to cause more harm.
Wow. That's absolutely stunning right there. This is stunning, guys. Now, I'm a Christian, but I don't think that any Muslim would actually allow a person like this to be a minister. I'm willing to bet that the Jewish community, they would not let this person be a rabbi. This is a wolf in sheep's clothing right here. This person is pushing propaganda. We got a whole bunch of those kind of people out there. And I'm not even talking about trans pastors. We got a bunch of people that don't actually preach from the Bible. They want to make you feel good. You got TV preachers out there that are more concerned about making money. You know, Creflo Dollar, his name fits him perfectly right there. If I'm not mistaken, I'm not sure if he was the guy that actually came out and slammed his own congregation because they didn't want to they didn't vote to approve of him getting a private plane. Yeah, we definitely have a bunch of fake people out there. But this right here is absolutely despicable right here. That this person would compare somebody that was cold-hearted, went into a Christian school and decided to end the life of 6 Christians. But this so-called pastor here didn't seem to put any blame whatsoever on this person. Was blaming the gun. My gun is in my bedroom right now, folks. Guess what? It's not going to fire itself. I actually have to go in there and physically open up the case, load it up, and pull the trigger. Somebody's going to have to do that. I don't believe we have a gun problem per se here in this country. We have a people problem. We have a people problem. We have a family structure problem. Now, it definitely seems like, from what I understand about the shooter's background, the relationship with her family didn't seem like it was all locked up and tight. This person was 28 years old. This person attended this school. The parents had no idea that this person, who was actually under the care of a doctor, had guns. Now, I don't know if the parents were necessarily paying attention. Probably, obviously not, based off of what happened. Based off what happened, I'm willing to bet no. Not paying attention. This is not a pastor right here. This is a false prophet. And I highly suggest any members of this congregation, what's the name of this church? St. Mark's Lutheran Church, get out of this church. This is not a real church. Or better yet, fire this person and get a real pastor in there. I mean, they're trying, this person, she's trying to uplift the shooter to Jesus status. You cannot make that comparison to Jesus. Jesus died for our sins. This person died just because they hated people. Those text messages that the shooter actually sent to, I believe it was a friend, planned her own death. She wanted to die. Now, why didn't she just do it herself? I'm not saying that I believe in that, but if you wanted to actually die, why do you actually have to go out and take out 6 Christians first? Why is that? We need to be asking ourselves that question. This person was cold-hearted, had no remorse for human life. Jesus did. Jesus did. I'm utterly disgusted at the sight of this person right here that calls themselves a preacher. This is despicable, man. God does not believe in transgenderism. But yet this person who's trans, saying that the trans community is under attack. Where have we seen the trans community come under attack? We definitely have examples of Christians being under attack. We do. In this case, we got 6 dead bodies. Christians, one of them black. But I don't see Sheila Jackson Lee out there saying anything about the black man losing his life. I don't see Patrice Cullors out there talking about this black man losing his life. Yeah, it was a white person that ended his life. Haven't heard anything. Haven't heard anything. Doesn't fit the narrative. All you leftists out there, why aren't you saying that his life mattered? Why are you not saying that his life mattered? Because to you guys, it didn't matter. The media's just sweeping this under the rug. They're out there lying about it. They're lying about it. They're saying that the trans community is under attack when obviously this was an attack on Christians. I'm still waiting on that manifesto. Why have we not seen it? Now, the police, they said they found some other interesting stuff. This just came out the other day. Guess what? They're not releasing it. Why are they not releasing it? We need to know what was in these notebooks that they actually found. That's stuff that they found, but they're not releasing it. Why not? We need to find out the answers to this. And boy, I'm willing to bet that this was probably a direct attack on Christians. I'm willing to bet that. And if that's the case, boy, the media is definitely not going to cover that. That manifesto needs to be released. This so-called reverend preacher, needs to be removed. This fake pastor. Do you guys know what the word pastor actually means in Spanish? I'm taking on Spanish lessons. And in Spanish, we say el pastor. It means shepherd. Shepherd. And a shepherd actually guides the flock. Jesus was the good shepherd. So when you actually hear the word pastor, that's supposed to be like Jesus. This person right here, fake pastor, is not like Jesus. what this person said really is enabling the next person that committed the shooting at a Nashville Christian school. Unbelievable, guys. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and White Network fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you next time.